first. Because we didn't do the thing that I wanted to do every case, which is the window. There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. But now, it is fucking sweet, bro. And it's all thanks to... I don't want to talk about it. There's a bug on my fruit. Get away from my fruit. Bug, this is not your fruit. Bug, that was not your leg. Maya is still being questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases aren't taken lightly. I guess I'll come back later. Shit! My one idea is dumped. What the fuck do I do? I'm not gonna let's get instructions out for this. Do you start using that? Examine the door. A door that leads to the channeling chamber, the place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. It looks like there was a strong lock in this door to top it off. And you ran through that fucking hell, Phoenix! Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 characters with a brush. I'm not sure if it's actually 4 characters, but, in this context, they would be kanji and not Hanzi. Oh, look, here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. It explains the ichi. There. Its message is people should value their ghostly meanings as a once-in-a-lifetime chance. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Examine everything. Are you going to get away from me? Oh well, that's actually... Oh wait, I can examine the crime scene, so let's do it. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. Why didn't I just start examining a crime scene? God, I'm a terrible lawyer. Fire me. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. Huh? This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? This is what I should have been doing 10 minutes ago, but I didn't. Why didn't I? Well then, I too believe it is time for me to take my leave. I should have just done this! Alright. Please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they're used during channeling. There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. I hope no one's hiding back there. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. Gee, I wonder why. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. The lock on it is broken because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. And there's no true case of that, then Phoenix Wright. I've got a bullet hole. Okay. Have I? Yes! There she is! Ah! You surprised me! And how are you today? I guess she's open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Before you run away! Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you? Oh my god, I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the one channeling next. That's Mystic Maya! Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked up Nick from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're gonna help Mystic Maya, aren't you? This is really killing my voice. That's what you're gonna do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. What a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, we aren't... Things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm gonna help you in any way I can. Oh, you beautiful little child. She's so fucking... She got a huge forehead. Shit. We're gonna reflect the moon off that forehead. Pearl? Are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yeah, for example, I studied the crime technique. Oh, I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. Lawyer? Yeah. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? Not that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say that Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So, what's that you've got there, Maya? Pearl? I'm already replacing you, Maya! Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. I couldn't do a refined laugh, I'm sorry. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. Huh? But I can accept something like this? All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. What? Well, anyway, I know where to go. One room over. If she's still here. Is she still here? Let's see if she's still here. Yes, you are. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Oh, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? Well, Nick, how old do you think you are? I don't know. You're like 25. You're old enough to have an 8-year-old daughter. I think you're old enough to have an 8-year-old daughter. I don't think that's true in California. And I'm not sure about Japan because I can't just say in Japan because it changes per prefecture, doesn't it? I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I, like, totally don't know him. Oh, what is that?
You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart.
What?
This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these cyclocks, Mr. Nick.
Cyclocks, huh?
The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you'll see. If it's only one, I think you could easily unlock it.
Unlock? But how?
Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person, and let's remove the lock.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but her voice has gotten better. I guess I'll give it a try.
You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop.
Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclock thing a try. I'm gonna ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray?
I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach.
This girl is hiding something. I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove the lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Eeny meeny. I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean? Like, indirectly? I should try to show the possibility existed for now. So, something that shows a possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. Here is your proof.
Like, what is that?
Ouch, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Hey look, I got hurt! Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. If I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I should take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. I'm just checking to see if I have anything, because I don't know what evidence I should have at the moment. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. This is a long way. This is a pretty long session. If I get to the court case, that'll be amazing, but I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. It's a small incinerator. I keep checking the incinerator. Because I know if there's an incinerator, something's gonna be put into the incinerator. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just as once I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. But then again, look at him. Good grief. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Like, I know it's really cool, but... What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal, that puffy-haired photographer is gonna testify tomorrow. He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta... I said this stuff today, so I'm not gonna recap this stuff to you. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way any one of them Mafia could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking for some newspapers from last year and... Huh? I could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. He's searching for his pockets, and boy, are those big pockets. It's really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which one do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna like it. Alright, pal, well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a second. But didn't Von Karma stand trial and... That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? So, who is the successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a second! 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that! I would have heard something about... Oh, no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Stop it! Get over it, Phoenix! That person is already gone. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit! 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. I've gotta go. Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. Like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean? Like, indirectly? I should try to show the possibility existed. You don't have to read all of this, I already said it. Anyway! Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Meanie Meanie? Meanie is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Meanie wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she?
So you noticed, she was my older sister.
I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him for your sister! Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray.
My sister's name was Mimi Meanie.
She was, like, a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like, a total slave driver. My sister was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard that, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone.
Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a cyclock works.
Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to.
The lock this time is pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying.
I'm gonna present something. So, about this key. Hey, is that your house key or something, pal? Oh, come on, does this look like a house key to you? Then what's it for? It's... actually, I should probably keep that a secret. It's my bicycle key. Oh, nothing special, huh? Well, I better shut my mouth. Oh, what? I'm not gonna give you any information about evidence, pal. Oh. Okay, I'm, Anything new in the crime scene where the person died? Nope. Nope. That's the whole point. That's how you're supposed to keep crime scenes. Nothing new happening.
Mr. Nick?
What's wrong?
I have never left Crime Village.
Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing.
You're gonna meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi.
Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know Enie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. I went back to my office again because I keep clicking the wrong button. Shit. I can't read. There's a lot of things I can't read. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice! Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia. She's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer with a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. So, tell me about it. I'm going to guess my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes deep in thought while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me, please! Believe in your convictions, and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. Can't have dreams? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. But that's impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. Set up? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I've got nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright. I'll show her the key I hold. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happening in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to the case is. That is enough. But... how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... At the time, I didn't know. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right. Only I can see the Cyclops. Which means, Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me... What in the world is going on? I've got 1 hour to do a court case, and I don't think that's going to happen. If I save in the middle of a case, like I have done before... I mean, in the middle of a court session. I'm sorry, but it'll have to be done because I've got like an hour spare time, and I don't think I'm going to complete this case in this hour. Especially since I have to kind of develop a German accent for a certain amount of time. What? Prosecutor von Karma? You mean? No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred von Karma. He was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep! I snuck out of the manor and followed the map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not! I ran! I can't... Oh my god. If it takes 2 hours by train? Oh man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. I still remember him as if I'd just seen him yesterday. Every trial was a scorching, fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life? Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Well, at least I've got less of an alternate track to take in this area. It might be quicker, I don't know. Hi! Terrible person. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and defense prepared? What is with this girl? Mr. Wright, are you finally prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? I couldn't even start there. Hold on, so this kid is the famed prosecutor from Karma? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. My accent is getting better every time. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can— Ow! I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my VIP will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ah! Make no mistake, I will defeat you! Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor? Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because the plea justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Witness? Your name and occupation? Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. It's getting more stereotypical as I go on. Please stop me. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? The look of disbelief on the judge's faces. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. I find this really weird that he was stabbed and then shot, don't you? But I got no way to object. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe? Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Why would he have... Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? They were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant Maya Fey's were also on the grip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands there. Point blank, huh? So about how far away was it? It was anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see, and whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? Ugh, this does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I don't have these items entered into my evidence, and I don't know why. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes Maya look like she'd stabbed him with the intent to kill. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Yep, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ugh, what a pain, and her accent is so inconsistent. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. Thank you for giving me these. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse, as if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. I think it's actually been over 10 minutes, but I'm not going to question that. What will you do, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to a murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be destroyed, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor? Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective? Yes, sir? Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now see here, proceedings are run by... My voice hurts. Great. Maybe I need to stop in a bit anyway. Ah, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Okay. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a backspray of blood on this. This piece directly links my affair to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright, Mr. Wright. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Hold it. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. I have to somehow find a critical contradiction and then I'll have her. So it's definitely this last statement that I have to fight. Not with this evidence. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. I must be on the wrong track. How about with the evidence we were just handed? Nope. Fuck. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge.